quick thing here. So what we're doing is we're doing a Hardway, or trying to do a Hardway frontside 360, which basically means we're taking off on the toes, doing a frontside 3. So if we talk about the approach, we can start here. You can kind of see we're kind of going off a little bit of a side here. Not as easy, to be honest. What's actually working really well later on in this third clip is a bit more of a traditional kind of backside spin approach, where we start from one side, gently kind of coming over onto the toe edge, which is great. So that's kind of what we want. Can you see drifting from one side to the other? And then you can pressure the toe edge. This is a nice hard toe edge takeoff. So we can see in these other clips here, start on one side, take off on the other. Yeah, one side, take off on the other. So approach is good. If you're going to do it kind of side hit wise, like we've got in this first clip, I would say it's better off to kind of come really hard off the side of something, maybe kind of like here, where you're coming up, so you can really kind of power off the toes and get more leverage. Because as you can see in this second clip, in fact, actually, it might be this first one, you can see it kind of coming off from that side, off something. The pressure eases off the toes and becomes more of a heel side, front side. So that's the main thing to start with there. Approach, like you're doing a backside spin, one side to the other. Now, what we can see here at takeoff is a little bit of overturning. Can you see there? So it means you're increasing the amount of rotation you've got to do. So you want to make sure you're kind of definitely taking off straight. That reduces the amount of rotation you want to do. You want to make it easy for yourself. You can see there a bit more. Can you see the way the board's a little bit of overturn? So making sure we're taking off nice and straight reduces the amount of rotation to do. The key thing with this one is you are going to separate to a certain extent. We can see here, you can see the back arm coming forward, which is fine. So you can see it, not so bad here, but you can see pre-opening up, kind of separation, back arms come through, head is still looking this way. So it's down the slope, and that is blocking the rotation. So you've got to really over rely on this separation of the hips. Can you see there? Shoulders aren't moving at all, are they? So we're just over reliance on the hip rotation to make the rotation happen. And that is going to be really tough to make the spin happen. It's fine. You can see on my 180 here, as I take off, come forward, separate. You can see my back arms coming through, which is fine on the 180. But as I land, I bring it back into play and connect it with my hip so it doesn't affect the rotation. Whereas if you start trying to go kind of 360, where you can see here, take off, separation, connection, but can you see this is starting to block? Even though the head is kind of looking a little bit, that arm blocks, and that blocks the level of rotation. Boom, we're over. Yeah. Whereas if we're thinking 360, watch this one. Separate, back arm comes forward, but look where the head, look where this person's already looking round. And you can see, look, they've already started looking back up the slope, and then they've connected the hip alignment with the shoulder alignment, and they're not separated by the time they've kind of completed that first 180. So then they just go with the flow of the rotation, and it comes through. Rotate, separate, connect together, head's looking round, and that brings the rotation through. So if we go back to these clips, you can just see there. So we've got that pre-rind, we've got that separation. But can you see that blocking of this arm and the head? Because that arm is actually kind of almost blocking the vision and through. So you can see the shoulders aren't carrying on going with the hips and the head, and that just stalls it. See it there? Stalls and comes through. So I'd say really important thing is to really focus on that head rotation, which is tough when you go Hardway rotation off the toes, spinning frontside. You've really got to think, oh, I'm desperately trying to look round. Otherwise, you'll just kind of end up looking down the slope or kind of slightly ahead of the jump, whatever you're taking off, and it just kind of blocks it really. So that would be my main point, is sort out the approach is good, sort out a little bit of this separation, making sure the head really focuses on looking round, and try and connect the hips to the shoulders and just lock that body in place once the 180 is complete, and then that'll drift it round. And you can see that as we come into this clip here. If we watch it real speed, let's watch a few of these. In, connect together, yeah, a little bit of block here but nothing crazy, connect together. So once you've done the one, connect it through. Cool. So just a few thoughts there. Hope that helps some people and this individual that sent the clips through. And if you've got anything you need me to look at, then by all means send it through to me. I'll see you all soon.